Today we're going to look at something that most people don't know what to do with, how to sell it or how to price it or anything along that line. And that allows me to swoop in there and make some insane amounts of money on these everyday items. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to be talking about an area that I do extremely well in, and I have almost no competitors whatsoever around here. Most people pass up the home movies, cased, whatever the case may be. Either way they go, I can get these for almost nothing, and I make some insane amounts of money. Some individual reels like this one here, I've sold for $400, $500, $600 individually for one of these. Now we usually buy them in case lots like this, and I've got probably 40 or 50 lots like this. Right now we're sitting on over 500 reels that we haven't gone through or done anything with. We go through so many at a time, we list them, they sell, and then we go through some more. Most of the time I can pick these reels up for $1 or $2 at the most when I'm buying them in mass quantity. Just the cases these come in can get you $10 or $15 if you buy the right ones. Now even parts and pieces can go very well depending on what they are. Now these are 35mm pieces of film that I acquired when I was 17, along with 50 or 60 more pounds of these sorts of things. I can sell sometimes individual frames, individual cells from a strip like this for 10, 15, 20 bucks on some occasions. This one here is from the original Terminator, and it's Schwarzenegger actually entering into the police station with his shotgun. I would get big chunks, even previews, the trailers for movies, minutes at a time. This is from War Between the Planets, and this is the entire title section of the film in 35mm optical film. And as I said, I've got pounds and pounds of this from when I worked in the theater. Individual frames and things from Disney films and all sorts of things. These you will find on eBay. These you will find all over the place. They're extremely good sellers across the board. Let's hop over now and show you some of the insane values that some of these can sell for. Now, with old film stock, content is what is important. What's in the film? Doesn't even matter so much the length, whether it's a big reel, a small reel, an entire movie or not. If the content is good, it can go for some insane amounts of money. Now, this one's from the American Cinema League. This is a private individual who is a member of basically a movie club, and they would probably shoot films and then show them at the club. And it includes Coney Island and some very interesting other things. They've actually put titles and all sorts of other aspects in here to express what they were trying to do in the film. So rather interesting. Lots of great shots of Coney Island from a very early time frame. Now this is a 16mm. 8mm I don't think was even around in the 20s. It was mostly 16 and big 35mm as I showed you earlier. And you can tell by the price that this went extremely well. $395 for what could just be a small 5, 10, 15-minute piece of film. Here's another interesting one from Chicago from the 40s in color. This stuff is out there. Believe it or not, you will find this sort of thing. We have sold a ton of film. As of right now, as I said, I've got over 500 reels that haven't been touched or went through sitting in inventory that we are going through right this very second. It's an excellent area to make some good money. You can buy it fairly cheap in mass bulk quantity. This one went for over $400. Now this is another interesting one from the 40s as well. You can see it went for $555, 16mm color as well. One of the attractions there, obviously this would be from World War II, without a doubt, is Hitler's love nest. And I'm assuming this is something where you'd get to throw something at him or something along that line. An interesting one at a state fair, a park or something like that. Very, very nice early piece of film. Lots of nice imagery. You don't have to actually play it. You have to unwind it, though, to at least be able to get some shots of the film. We do play almost every foot of film that comes in here at some point before we sell it, and then we take pictures of it so it sells much better. Films taken by U.S. soldiers, GIs over in Europe after World War II go extremely well. Depending on the topic, some of these have images of destroyed buildings that were still standing after the war. So you can date a lot of these. You can see where it's going from east to west and the whole works in here. You can see the signs that state that. The arch here is the dividing line, basically. $750. Disneyland, Las Vegas, this one's loaded. Neon lights always go extremely well. We've had a couple films from New York with neon lit up all at night, movie theater signs with the neon blinking and the whole works. We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for single rolls of 5 and 10 minutes worth of film. People will buy these and use these for stock footage. They'll use them for documentaries and all sorts of things. Here's a nice one from Atlantic City. Brenda Lee and Fabian are performing here at Dick Capri's, I guess it looks like it says. Interesting piece here. It's at the pier. Lots of good content in this. The diving horse, very well known. Postcards of all of these sorts of things as well. Actual footage of the horse jumping as well, jumping off the top. Obviously these days we would never see that in anything. Something you probably couldn't do either. Now we're into some 8mm film here. Now 8mm doesn't go for quite as much as 16mm because it's harder to blow it up and to use for other things because of the smaller size of it. This one's Hollywood, Grauman's Chinese Theater, the whole works. Lots of nice, interesting shots here of the area, of the time, of that day and age, 1947. This one's $324. They're small rolls. Now, military content does extremely well, especially if it's war-related. Here's some from the Vietnam War era. Lots of interesting close personal shots taken on the ground during flights and things along that line as well. So, all told, it's a pretty nice lot. It's one single reel, $164. When you buy these, most people, when they're selling these, don't have a way to play them or don't know how to load it or anything else like that. So, 90% of the time when I find film like this, no one's went through it. Pretty much it's just potluck. I don't know what I'm going to get, of course. The majority of the time there's some good content in there. Even just a single shot of a car or something along that line can make it sell for some good money. Now here's a Mardi Gras parade, an interesting one. This one shows you the boxes that these come in. Small boxes. You would mail these off, they would get developed, and they would send you back the developed film itself. So interesting. Usually they're dated. Usually there was information written on them by the person who took it. These are small rolls, like 50-foot rolls that we're looking at here too. So not a lot of content time-wise. Still over $100. Now, even TV shows could be acquired in 8mm and especially in 16mm. It's harder to find the TV shows like this on an 8mm film, in my opinion. I hardly ever run into these. And this one went for almost $240 US. The Trouble with Tribbles. It's a very well-known cult classic episode. They actually make some of the little tribbles back in the day, and even still to this day. Whole movies could be bought. This is the original Westworld with Yul Brynner. This is the classic. This is what started the series and the whole work that's on TV now. $178. They're just showing you a poster of it, but the whole film is there. Excellent one also. Any of those sorts do go extremely well. Doesn't necessarily have to be a home movie. Pre-printed movies, as I'm showing you as well, do extremely well also. Now, pre-printed ones, 16mm rules the game for the most part. Now, these are ones that could be projected at high quality. Excellent versions of these. So, it's not much different than a 35mm, depending on how far away the screen is and the whole works. As I said, I worked at a movie theater. I've played both in theaters myself, so the quality is still fairly good. Excellent version of it here. They're actually playing it so you can see the quality of it, and this is an excellent copy. Hence the price, almost $2,200. The newer you go, the harder it is to find 8 and 16mm films. Most of the companies don't even make these anymore because of DVDs, VHS, online streaming, and the whole works. So films like Shrek are extremely hard to come by in 16mm film. Now, one main reason movies like Shrek are available in 16mm, many times these were played at schools and things like that, and the licensing fees are nowhere near what they would be for a theater. So there are some of these still out in the market. $1,650 for Shrek. Now, most films, full feature-length films, take up many reels. Many of the reels you will see it takes to make a movie. 4 or 5, it depends on the length of the movie. Now, this is just one single reel in 16mm film for The Eye Creatures. It's a horror movie, low budget, 1965. One reel. This is probably the first 15 or 20 minutes of the movie. On its own, sold for $1,422. You do not have to have the whole movie for it to carry a value. Many times someone may have other reels from the same movie and are trying to put together the whole thing. The reel that you would find here for reel number 1 would probably be the same length as any other reel number 1 you would have. This is kind of like replacement parts for toys and games and things like that. Same basic principle works here also. You won't find single reels for anywhere near this cheap. If this was the whole film, it could have went for thousands of dollars. Now, most of the hit TV series from the 50s, 60s, 70s do extremely well. This is the Addams Family. Not only is this the complete episode, it also has the commercials. This was probably from a TV station. Most TV stations broadcasted the shows locally before satellite and the whole works via 16mm film. So these are out there for that reason as well. So price-wise, $1,230 on this. Now, just like I buy lots, many people will just buy them, they won't play them, and they'll just resell them as a lot for a big profit to start off with. You can see the price on this one here. It's got some Vietnam soldier content in the whole works in here. They don't go into any much detail on this. They didn't watch them, they're just selling them as is. So this is just potluck, and it went for over $1,100. So it just shows you that even on look-through content can still be worth selling as a lot. So even if you don't have a projector, you can still make some excellent money on these sorts of things. And one last one is 16 reels of home movies here. Just random reels. Most of them have some information on the case. No idea, though, if it's the right information. That's one thing you have to worry about. Many times someone may have played a reel and put it back in the wrong case if they had several out. So just because a reel says on a piece of paper or on a label outside on the case doesn't necessarily mean that's what's in it. I run into that quite a bit. So someone took a $1,000 chance hoping there's some good content in here. This person did not watch it. They can't even guarantee that the content that's in there is what the title states. So they're still well collected. And as I said, there's tons of people that are dying to get this sort of content. So I never ever worry, as long as the price is right, buying random lots of vintage film, especially home movies. I do 10 times better on home movies like these than I do on pre-recorded like Jedi or something along that line, just because I don't find the good ones. I find the cheaper ones, the smaller ones, the home movie versions that weren't made to present an entire feature-length film. But that's what I have for you today. Well, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.